Emotional preparation. I'm not going to tell you there's just one way to emotionally prepare, but I do have some exercises that I'll do with you that can walk you through emotional preparation. One of them is the relaxation exercise right into the 5-part place exercise. Strasberg believed that we have memory in each of our 5 senses of everything you've ever experienced in your life. Everything you ever saw, tasted, smelled, touched, heard. It's all stored up there in a warehouse, but you don't access it all the time. You wouldn't be able to function with all that information. But you can in service of your art. So I like to walk my students through relaxation. Okay? So you would close your eyes, you put your feet flat on the floor in front of you and your hands down by your side. And then I take you through some exercises to clear your head, to just get in touch with being in the moment. And then the first place that I take you is a place that you have been, so you have some kind of reference. And the first place I take everyone is to their first day ever of school. People start saying, I can't remember my first day of school. Well, you'd be surprised. First of all, that's another thing. Don't say I can't. Don't say, I have students say, oh, I can't get emotional, I can't. That is the worst thing you could do, because it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You have just convinced yourself you can't, and then you won't. So get rid of I can't. That doesn't help. So you can. And this way of working, I'm going to take you through one sense at a time. So if it was that first day, and if you get lost, I tell you to keep saying to yourself, if I was at that place at this time, what would I hear? And then I suggest some things, because maybe that day your parents brought you to school that day. Or maybe they couldn't because they had to work, and your siblings. Or maybe they couldn't at all, but you heard other kids with their parents. And as I'm walking you through it's going to make you feel certain things. And you're not trying to go for any emotion per se. I just want to get in touch with me. I want to see that, I remember that smell. I couldn't stand that smell of that Elmer's glue in that classroom. And what's nice about this, and you just stay on that first day, what's nice about this exercise is I'm reminded of people, places, and things that hold emotional value to me that I'll use again and again in my acting. Now, as you're going through this exercise, if it evokes any emotion, you don't deny it. It makes you laugh, laugh. It makes you cry, cry. So we'll do that exercise, and I take you through all the 5 senses, and then at a certain point I have you open your eyes and keep that going on. And as you open your eyes, it's as if you're in that classroom. You see the things that are on the wall and where the teacher sat is in relation to me. And I've never done it with anyone that they didn't have an experience, and I've done it literally probably 1,000 times or more. The next time I do the exercise with you, I take you through the relaxation the same way. And now I take you to a place you've never been. But now you have an idea of how it works. For many, they find that is stronger. They've never even been to this place, but they're smelling it, they're tasting it, they're hearing it, they're feeling it. And again, it illustrates the power of our imagination. So, and I have many other exercises like that. What I like about this is because emotional preparation is, for me, creating this daydream that I'm controlling, and I'm adding elements to it that are painting this picture, that are creating this reality for me. I've left what I walked in here with, and now I've taken on the circumstances of the character. So I'm able, through this exercise, to guide you through this daydream. One, from going to a place you've been, one, going to a place you've never been. And now you have this tool, so you're able to do it on your own. And you can have me through this video. Just close your eyes and listen to me, and I'll walk you through it the same way. And whatever place I'm asking you to go, if it's to kindergarten, you on your own practicing going to other places, it's as if I'm going to my sweet 16 party, my graduation, different things. And what you're doing is you're having this Rolodex, you're creating this Rolodex of great people, places, and things that I'll draw from in my emotional preparation. And it keeps my work from just being one note emotionally. I don't just get emotional and it comes out of me the same way every time. Our work is more layered than that. So if I'm working on a scene and the director says, no, Anthony, it's too emotional. So I don't argue with her or him and say, what are you talking about? I'm being truthful, that's real. I know what the director's saying. If I use my son, this is how it comes out of me truthfully, and it's too much for what you're looking for. So I do it as if I'm talking about my brother or someone else. So our work is much more layered. I'd like to give you an example of a guy I had working with me and see what you think. Had a guy, he was in his late 50s, and he was doing an activity. An activity is something physically demanding you have to do, emotionally meaningful with a sense of urgency. So he needs to have those three things. So he brought in these twigs, and he's breaking them, and he had some string, and he's going to make crosses. So he had 5 minutes to do it, and I stopped him after a couple of minutes because he was going about it very casually. Didn't seem to mean anything to him. So I stopped him and said, what are you doing? He says, I have to make these crosses. I have to put one here, one here, one here. I said, okay, why? He said, well, there's vampires coming in. And if I don't build it, these vampires will get me. I said, no. That's no good. You don't believe it. He said, well, what am I supposed to do if that's the movie? The vampires come in. So I took him outside, and the class was waiting. And I knew him a little bit. And I knew he was Jewish, and I knew he had 3 daughters and a wife. I said, okay, I want you to do it again. I want you to do it. This time it's 1941, and this is Nazi Germany. And what you've been told is the Nazis are coming around. And if you don't have a cross here, here, and here, in each of these windows, they're going to come into your house, and they're going to rape and kill your youngest daughter in front of you. And then they're going to rape and kill your oldest daughter in front of you. They're going to rape and kill your wife in front of you. And they're going to let you live. Don't come in. And do you believe that? Well, he stayed out about another 5 minutes. And when he came in, he wasn't even the same actor. The class didn't know what I told him, but you can hear a pin drop. And he's going at these crosses like his life depends on it. And he gets it done with maybe 4 seconds left. He gets all 3. And he's spent emotionally. He got done what he wanted. But what it meant if he didn't get it done still lived in him. I don't know if that sounds cruel, but that's substitution. Now if we're watching that same movie with the vampires, and he's acting in it, we see this guy he wants to keep these vampires out. They don't know the personal choice that the actor's made, and you don't have to tell it to anybody. It's personal. His vampires are Nazis. And now he's living truthfully under these imaginary circumstances. That's one example, and that's a pretty dramatic example. But his acting was never the same after that. Nor was anybody else's. He set the bar.